Welcome to the CONEY Racing Kennels here in Kiveton, right on the Rotherham-Sheffield border at the training base of Dean O'Brien, who hasn't been training for very long, but there's certainly plenty of CONEY dogs for us to keep an eye on. So Dean, tell us how you came to train here at this property.
Basically, I met Norman, had a few dogs with him, and as a few months went on, he was going to retire. So he asked me if I wanted to take over. I thought about it, yeah, and I thought I'll go with it. I've got a few dogs, and I'll go with it and keep a kennel going.
And things are going pretty well for you, aren't they? We've got plenty of dogs we've seen here today that you've got high hopes for. Starting with a couple of brothers who absolutely think the world of you. Tell us about them.
Yeah, KUCCINI and Boom Boom. I've had them since they're about 13-month-old. Came from Ian Greaves. He bred them. They're lovely dogs, but I think I have them. But every time they were Group 1, or Cat 1, should I say, they just seem to be injured. But on the run up to eats or whatever. They've won the fair share of open races. They're quick away. And once the lead, the away they go. There's no holding them.
Let's talk about KUCCINI specifically. First of all, actually with both of them, you've had a bit of a problem with track leg, haven't you?
Yeah, I'd say for the past 6 months they've developed a track leg. We've been running them, obviously Vaseline them when they're running. But it's been holding them back, and then we found a little cure. What we treat them now twice a week before the run. And to be honest, they've found 30 spots apiece since they've been running.
Who do you think's better, KUCCINI or Boom Boom?
It's like asking which kid do you want to win an egg and spoon race. KUCCINI probably.
Why do they have such a special place in your heart?
I don't know, I just fell in love with them. Once I bought them, they were cheeky little pups. Yeah, I don't know, they just took me out, and I love them to bits, and they will be coming home with me when they're retired.
Hopefully that won't be any days soon. You've also got KUONI, who we saw here. This is one of your syndicate dogs who you think could have a big future over 6 pens, maybe?
Yeah, he's another one off Ian. He's come. He's been showing potential. He's always looked like he needed further. He was going 10, 15 clear to trip. So I stepped him up 660 in turn 2. And to be honest, I think it broke his heart a little bit. So we brought him back, gave him a bit of time off, a few weeks. He just weren't doing it. And then brought him back and we went to Sheffield, put him in a sprint trial. And he did 16:05, which, you know, you look at it and you think, that's fast for what he is. So then we put him into a 500, and he's gone on winning that 6-7 length, whatever it were, and then again. So I decided we'll take him to Nottingham, give him a run at Nottingham, which he didn't do the proper running. He weren't stretching out as much, and he didn't do it. He got a bit of a bang coming off last bend. But then I got him back and then put him back to Sheffield. And he ran bad again, so I got Darryl Hopper. Obviously does a lot every week looking after his dogs. We found he's got a slight niggle, where he's going to be off for 8 weeks. It's just a slight sprain on his elbow, that's all, but it's precaution with him, basically.
And when he comes back, keep an eye out for him winning over 6 pens, do you think?
Yeah, we'll get him back at 500, but then he'll step up to 6. We're building him up, get some condition into him, and yeah, hopefully it could turn out good.
Most of your dogs here are absolutely crazy, but a slightly more timid one we saw today was CULIACAN, have I said that right?
CULIACAN.
Okay, and you had him sprinting, you've been moving him around a little bit, and you think that sort of dented his braking ability? Yeah,
when he first came, he was braking. We were breaking out in traps, no problem in sprints. And then we've took him to Yarmouth. He's come out well again. The one's cleaned him off bend, brilliant. Then we brought him back. He's pacing up more now than bulletin lid. We ran him in a 480 the other day, maiden. He's totally fell out. Didn't get it or anything. So I'll put him back to sprint for a bit, and then probably give him some trials around 480 to see if he can get it.
The one that I'm taking out of today, I think you know, is my favourite. Southwood Lady, a real little live wire. She's owned by Mick Yates. You've taken your time with her because you do think she could have a good future.
Yeah, when she first came in, she was a bit timid when we first got her in. But
Really?
Yeah, believe it or not, she were a bit timid. We've took us time with her. We've graded her in. She had a couple of sprints, I think, and then I gave her a 4-bend trial, and to be honest, she blew me away. I was very impressed. She was, I don't know, 29, 22 or something at first look. She's won over 500. Then I put her in an open, and I took her to Yarmouth again in another open, where she hadn't exactly got the right box. She's been running out of 4, 5. I think she's a bang railer. She's looking for rail when she's running. But I believe she's got track craft, as in if she gets the rail, she will pass on the outside, no problem, and cut back in. She'll use the rail to her advantage. The way she's running, you've seen her today, full of energy. She's just like that constant. She's bouncing and bouncing and bouncing, but I think she'll make a good 6-bend dog.
Really looking forward to see how far she progresses. You've also got a litter of pups here. You bought the whole litter, but you've shown us the one that you think is best, potentially, CONEY Love.
CONEY Love, yeah. Yeah, it's a Swift Palmer litter again for Ian Greaves. When he first come, we've trialled him in, and he went in boxes perfectly, no problem. But he's tend to now, whether he's too hyped up or whatever, he's turning in the box. Once you put him in the box, shut the lid, he's turning, he's going mad. And the last time we put him in, he went ballistic. He's absolutely making a racket, spinning. He's actually come off lame now. He's off for 4 weeks and something. But we'll do a bit more trap training with him. But he's a lovely shape of a dog, lovely size. He just looks like he's going to be a dog, a proper dog.
What's the ambition for you? Obviously, everyone says the Derby. That probably feels a million miles away for you at the moment. But in the sort of short and medium term, what's the dream?
I think anyone who knows me, they'll tell you St Ledger at Doncaster. Yeah. After cashing my first dog, finishing second to Ruby's Rascal, it's always been the one. It's on his doorstep, you know. It's a second home, Doncaster, and when you ain't got anything to go in it, it's a killer. You sat there, and that's the one. That's the one for me, definitely.